This is George Kolb coming to you live from Brentwood, where we've been covering the O.J. Simpson saga. Since the gruesome discovery of Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend waiter Ron Goldman's bodies outside of Nicole's townhouse just 5 days ago, O.J. has been a prime suspect. He was ordered to turn himself in today, but we have just received word that police are chasing a white 1993 Ford Bronco believed to be driven by his good friend Al A.C. Collins. Our chopper will be live momentarily with coverage of this apparent chase on the 405 near Torrance. This case has captivated the nation recently and has stirred up much debate about the guilt or innocence of O.J. Simpson. I have to imagine the world will be watching intently here when the feed comes up from News Chopper 1. Whatever the truth is in this story, does not look good for O.J. His attorney, Robert Kardashian, cannot be happy about this right now.
Hello folks, it's Giacomazza reporting to tell you that the Persian Gulf War has just ended. The conflict started way back in August of 1990 with Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. The main reason for this invasion was for Kuwait's disregard for the oil export quotas of OPEC. This essentially meant that Kuwait was overproducing oil, forcing the price to drop, making Iraq's leader Saddam Hussein angry. After the Iraqi taking over of Kuwait City, the United States intervened with an embargo to compel Iraq away from Kuwait and to eliminate any chances of possible mass destruction between the two countries, aka avoiding another world war. Operation Desert Shield was put into place to stop Iraq from invading and taking over of Saudi Arabia. Now, the United States did not want Iraq to have control of Saudi Arabia due to then the potential oil monopoly Iraq would control. These events simulated this situation into the largest troop deployment since World War II. After all of this, a few months later, in February of 1991, Operation Desert Sabre, the 42-country coalition led by the United States, effectively defeated Iraq. This operation then marked the end of the Persian Gulf War. There are so many questions to ask. Did President George Bush handle this situation as well as possible? Is there a chance this conflict with Iraq still has more in store in the time to come? Was it even smart for the U.S. to involve themselves in this mess? The answer should come a bit clearer in the near future. However, that's all we have for now. Passing it over to you, Tyler.
This is Tyler French reporting live from Oklahoma City, where a couple of years ago, a huge amount of explosives were set off. The explosion resulted in 168 deaths and hundreds more were injured. This was no accident. In fact, a truck in front of the building was the main cause. Many people thought when the bomb was first set off, thought that it was the Islamic fundamentalists because they were the ones who set off the bomb in the World Trade Center, killing 6 people. Many people also thought that it was the Latin American drug cartels reacting to the DA and the new laws. But just a few hours after the bombing, Oklahoma State Highway Patrol pulled over James McVeigh and arrested him for having no license plate and a concealed weapon. But just before they were going to release him on bail, the federal government identified him as one of the bombers and took him into federal custody. And after a 9-week trial, he was sentenced to death by lethal injection on June 2nd, 1997. Also, another man by the name of Terry Nicholas was part of this and was put in jail.